Take a big cup, put 6 shots of espresso into it, nothing else.
That sounds fun. Does it calm you down?
Not really.
Yeah. What do you sell that calms people down?
Eccles cakes?
Some Eccles cakes, please.
How's your naked man, friend?
He's not my... Well, he's certainly not naked anymore.
You're a dark horse, Mr. Fell. Are you a bookseller, too?
Not even at gunpoint.
This is, Crowley. He and I go back a long time.
Charm.
So Gabriel shows up at Aziraphale's bookshop, naked.
Mm-hmm.
He's lost his memory.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that leave our good heroes?
Well, Aziraphale, for someone who is of a slightly nervous disposition,
Yeah.
for a naked, his ex-boss to turn up outside his bookshop in Soho in the daytime, naked, and wanting a hug, is not necessarily what Aziraphale had on his bingo card that day. But once he comes in and Aziraphale has to take him in, we discover that there is a mystery to be solved.
Yes.
And Aziraphale enjoys a mystery, but doesn't enjoy things like the end of the world or the stakes being that high.
He enjoys the mystery a little too much for Crowley's liking.
He does
as well.
a little bit.
Crowley just wants this sorted.
Yeah.
And doesn't want you indulging your fantasy of being a private eye.
That's right. Aziraphale gets to really enjoy that.
Yeah.
But they are forced. You know, they're a team of 2 now anyway, because they become detached from their respective head offices. But this forces them together even more.
Yeah.
They've only got each other to rely on, and they have to solve this mystery. And the clock is ticking. So it starts a whole chain of events.
Yes.
That starts off potentially not being as high stakes as season 1. But as it goes along, we realize the apocalypse was just the beginning.
It was nothing. It was a mere bagatelle. Well, how much time passes between series 1 and series 2? Do we know exactly?
I don't know exactly.
No.
But things have changed, obviously, in between.
Yeah.
Aziraphale is thoroughly enjoying himself. He's sort of got what he wanted, which is to be able to be in his bookshop, listen to music, watch shows, eat nice meals, drink wine, hang out with Crowley.
Yes.
He's a little disconcerted by not having the company behind him because he's such a company man. So that's a bit strange. But Crowley is...
It's not worked out quite so well for Crowley.
Yeah.
He has the liberation of being free from hell breathing down his neck, but he has lost the company apartment.
Yes.
So he is living in his car now with his pot plants.
Yes.
So circumstances are slightly reduced for him. And he can't quite let go because we see him on a park bench catching up with Miranda Richardson's character, Shax, who's taken over from him, trying to dig up a bit of gossip and find out what's really going on. So they have the freedom of not being watched over.
Yeah.
But for Crowley, it's not worked out quite as well as perhaps he imagined.
What are they looking for in each other?
In each other,
I wonder. Well, I mean, I think they sort of, on the surface, the things that annoy them the most about each other are actually what they are most compelled by.
Crave, yes.
And so they're sort of bound together, aren't they, by in all kinds of ways. I think Aziraphale is both infuriated and maddened and very stressed out by Crowley's constant questioning of things that Aziraphale thinks are just, those are the rules. Crowley being a sort of rule breaker and a rule bender, he finds incredibly stressful. And yet I think that's sort of what he craves.
He's
drawn to that.
Yes, irrepressibly.
Yes.
And I think probably Aziraphale's very consistency and very even-temperedness is something that Crowley kind of craves as well. Yeah. There's a sort of security in that, which he doesn't really get anywhere else. But yes, they bicker away. But clearly with the security of a couple who know they can't really exist without each other. But I don't think they never really admit what they are to each other. There's a sort of understanding that they've only really got each other now. And therefore they rely on each other hugely. And, you know, as soon as Aziraphale's in trouble, he calls up Crowley to come and help him. There's no question there's anywhere else.
Someone once said, what do any of us have but our illusions? And what do we ask of anyone but that we be allowed to keep them?
That's who once said that? Should I not ask you that?
Don't ask me that.
Don't ask you that.
Just let me just say that.
It's lovely.
Sound clever.
When Michael Sheen once said something about illusions. It was really nice.
Whenever you hear someone say, a wise man once said that,
Yeah.
it's usually me.
It is usually you. Yeah.